So this is the Bellagio Platinum Check-in Lounge. So you can check in and lounge. VIP, guys. As you can see, there's like 3 or 4 desks for people to check in. Over here is the snack area. And then over here you got some nice plush couches. You can sit down. The swirly pattern is like, I guess someone sat there and bounced up and down a little bit. And we don't know these things, you know. And over here we got some nice couches and nice chair. All right. Now this isn't as nice as the Nor area for check-in, but let's check out what they have here. Here we have some fruit. So over here, these things are just ice inside the globes. They're refilling the Diet Coke, thank you. Here's some muffins, all right. And there's a fridge over there, coffee and tea for your drinking pleasure. Very good. Believe it or not, the Mandalay Bay, even though it's a lesser property, got much more stuff for platinum members, you know. But it's a Bellagio, you know. The higher up in the tier you go, the less they care about you, you know. Like I bet everybody here is like Nor and like, you know, like host invited guests and stuff like that. So Nor is like the top level, right? And then the platinum is just below that. So at the Excalibur, platinum is like, ooh, you know, because platinum people don't go to the Excalibur. I mean, they might go, but you know what I mean? So yeah, they value you less over here. And believe it or not, the Aria, right, which is kind of like supposedly a level below, but it is like it's just like up there as well. If it's like 99 and 98, you know, whereas like Bellagio is like 99 and Aria would be 98, right? And of course the Excalibur would be like a 10, all the way down there, guys. So alright, now let's go upstairs and I'll show you the room, the cheapest room available today. Yeah, booked it today. Hey guys, it's the Medic. Welcome to the channel. Today I have for you room tour of the cheapest room here at the Bellagio. You're like, how much is that, right? The prices always fluctuate depending on demand and supply and whatever convention, you know, right? So today it is a Wednesday and I'm paying 135 bucks. Pretty good, guys. All right, so let's take a look around. So this is the door that we come in from, right? Next to that, we have such full-length mirror. Just quiet, guys. All right? And walking in, you see this over here. A simple like layout of a 1 king bed and a sofa and stuff like that and a table, right? Very basic. So let's start over here on the left. This is the door to next door. I always make sure it's fully locked because you know, you don't know who's going to be next door. All right? Now over here, we got this thing which looks like something interesting, right? So we got a couple of drawers for you, but I do not recommend using them. All right? Because you may jostle these Indiana Jones stuff and then you're going to have to pay, right? So do not touch this stuff. And you're like, Danny the Medic, does it have a refrigerator? Yes and no. Here it is, yes, but then no. It's full of this crap. Upsell, guys, upsell. Ridiculous. Ugh. It's like, you know, what if I need to use the fridge? You know, selfish sons of a, you know, I do not like that. But then again, if you're staying at the Bellagio, you're probably the type of person that would, you know, don't care about money. You know, you're just gonna just like use that stuff instead of going to CVS, buying a 12 pack and putting it in there, you know. Different clients, you know. All right. Now we got TV. Looks to be about 60 inches. Looks like, all right. Then coming around, this is some cups and stuff. I'm not even gonna touch that. Telling you, I'm suspecting that these books over here may be on a censor, you know, charge you by the page. You know, don't you read too much now. Here we got a little stool. Here's a table of which I got 4 Diet Cokes, you know, and a little chair over here. We got art. All right. We got, it's kind of sunny outside, so I have this closed, but we'll open it at the very end. You can see the window and the view. Here we got a couch of which is only 1 cushion. Why is that? Figure that, you know, you're not going to come with anyone else. You know, so whoever's going to sit next to you is screwed. All right. Table. A lamp in the back. And over here we got a side table over here. And on top is a wireless charging. Isn't that fancy? All right, let's see what's in here. How you open the sucker. Oh, it's nice and clean, guys. It's the Bellagio. Better be clean. Okay, very clean. Okay. Now, 1 king bed got 5 pillows. Sons of a... Whoa, 5 pillows, guys. You know, hey, you know, they don't skimp over here at the Bellagio. 5 pillows, guys. My goodness. All right. So here we got the thing to sit on that looks like crocodile skin for some reason. Then you got on this side of the bed another one of these things. So let's see. Nothing in there and nothing in there. Remote control for the television. No pad and pen. Person who cleaned it was I can't read it. Canlas or something. Right? Got this. This is for the overhead bed lamp. All right. These little lamps over here are done by a little switch. All right. So, all right, before we go to the bathroom, there's one thing I failed to mention. Let me come around here because it is important. Over here on this lamp, you got a couple of outlets and USB. Ain't that cool? All right. Yeah, you can plug in your stuff without having to reach all over here to plug in your stuff. Wait a second. Why is this thing raised? Oh, I don't know why, guys. Okay, right. Nothing else in here. Obviously, the air conditioning machines over there, very standard hotel stuff. In the bottom, out the top, you know, it's very standard. Now, let's see this here closet. All right. You got a couple of robes, which I will gladly use later. Oh, it has a light that turns on by itself. Yeah, fancy. It's fancy, guys, but they don't trust you at all. They got these hangers of which they do not trust you. Look at this. Come on. You know, it's like, you know, it's so that people don't steal it. And you bring it home, you can't use it, right? Unless you like use a rope. There we go. Ironing board. The thing of which you put your luggage on. A safe. Whoever was here last did not, you know, leave a stack of money for us. And, oh, plastic bag. Terrific. Haha. Put my dirty socks in there later. And up top. Okay. Now let's move on to the bathroom. I am shocked, guys, that this have a humongous shower. Let me step back over here so you can see a full view. Look how long this is. You know? This is really long, guys. I would rather have a bathtub, but since they don't have one, a long shower would do. You know? If a shower this long, I gotta stay in there at least 45 minutes. You know, because it's such a long shower. Get it? Long shower. All right. So over here we got a figure 8 tilted sideways type mirrors. That's quiet, guys. All right. And then we got over here my toothpaste. All right. Some of this stuff here. Okay. And here we got a woman's mirror with a switch. Terrific. I'll be taking home this toilet paper. $135, guys. I can get my money's worth. Okay. Oh, they got a telephone in case you want to chit chat while you're doing your business. Okay. So obviously, that's the hair dryer. All right. Extra towels. And let's see what's behind this door. Nothing, just a hook. Let's see what's to stop the hook from banging on the wall. All right, we got the little doorstop thing. Does it work? Yes, it works, guys. All right. So the cheapest room at the Bellagio, very cheap, guys. It is quite small, and but it's very kept nicely. You know, well kept. Everything is clean. Minimal stains. Like if this was the Luxor, everything would be stained and chipped and worn, and you know. But this is the Bellagio, guys, flagship property. So yeah, you know, very clean. Obviously, the rich people will get the suites and stuff, you know, but they still got these regular rooms. Yeah. So how much you thinking? Right? Go to mgmresorts.com and select your dates and see the prices. It changes every single day. And then the resort fee. And then the taxes. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Bellagio.